I'm the change flame, but I don't really like change. Got so lost being hooked on my pain. I said, God, where you at? I paid the cost, but I can't seem to find the way. Is the path already paved? Am I stuck in this haze? I'm the change flame, but I don't really like to change. I like my own ways. I like it clean. I like it neat. I like to end up unscathed. So where do we find ourselves when we're at the end of our rope? How do we get down to the truth and know that there is still hope? Family, listen. So I don't really know where I'm going to go with this video necessarily. I just felt to talk about this concept. Can we be right and wrong? Can we be wrong and yet be right at the same time? And the answer is yes. How can that be? Here's how. Because when we do wrong, when we've done wrong, and when we've sinned, we have to know who God says that we are. And the truth says that we can have a clean conscience before God because He already made us new. He already made us clean. So you can be simultaneously wrong and yet be right all at the same time because it's a question and an issue of identity. So let's say there's a line, and on one side of a line there's guilt. On the other side of the line there's grace. On one side of the line there's I was wrong. On the other side of the line there is but I'm still right. How can that be? Because God sees us from the right side of the cross, from the right side of Calvary, and we may be seeing ourselves through the old lens or through the old habits or through the old things. And something that the Lord spoke to me recently about as well was old habits, old frenemies, old things, and how those things aren't the identity. Those things aren't the things that thank you, Lord. Those things are not necessarily the thing that God had planned or wanted to be in your life, in our lives. So, in some things, we chose for ourselves or we decided for ourselves. But it says that we have to discern between what is coming from God and what's coming from man. What's really coming from the Lord and what's coming from ourselves. So, yeah. So we can be wrong and yet be right at the same time because God has said that in His eyes we're clean and in His eyes we're redeemed. In His eyes, it's an issue of conscience, guilt, or grace. Where do you draw the line?